Welcome to Basketball Mechanics with Coach Greg. This video is lesson 8 in my series on dribbling mechanics, which covers through the leg dribbling. The format of the video has part 1 with instruction mixed with drills to practice skills, and part 2 shows a beginner trying the drills. If you want to dribble through your legs, the first question is, how do I position my legs for this dribble? You could stand in a squat stance with your feet wider than your shoulders and evenly side by side. The problem with this leg stance is the path of the ball for the through dribble and the twisting required to receive the ball after the bounce. The ball travels mostly from front to back, and I have to twist my waist and straighten up for the receive. Similar to how a flatback pulls my shoulders up, a squat stance through the leg dribble also pulls my shoulders up and with a twist. The second question is, why dribble through my legs? The answer, this is another way to cross your dribble with some protection from your body. Also, this dribbling move is used in combination with other moves, as you will later see. Another leg stance option is to stagger your feet. Your feet are shoulder width, or even slightly narrower, and one foot is in front while the other is behind. I no longer need to twist, and the path of the ball is more at an angle where I receive the ball on my side and back. Another way to say it is the path is 45 degrees, or I receive the ball in a southeast position, to use a map analogy. The best stance for through the leg dribbles is a squat-stagger hybrid. My feet are wide apart and slightly staggered. Here in the video I have 1 foot over the free throw line and 1 foot under the line, but the stagger can be larger, like 1 shoe length of space. This stance does not require me to twist, and I actually get to keep my shoulders low and forward. You can see the center of my chest moves towards my receiving knee. This body position allows me to be much more explosive with my first step after the through the leg dribble. The walking forward with continuous through the leg dribbles is a common drill. The drill does force you to learn quick receives and pushes from the side, and the drill requires timing between walking steps and the dribble through pushes. The drill also shows the ball spinning during hand contact on the receives. However, because of the stagger stance basis of the drill, I do not prefer this drill. If I did this drill in a team practice, I would not spend a lot of time on it. I would prefer to spend time with through the leg drills that are based on squat stagger stance. In general, I do believe almost anything can help, but time, attention span, and motivation are limited, so I would prefer other drills. Drill 1. Use a chair. Get comfortable and practice the arm motions of moving the ball under your leg and receiving it. Focus on side hand position. Your hand is in a spread out claw position, and do not worry about the center of your hand being below a 3 o'clock position. As you get better with all the drills, you can focus on keeping the center of your hand above the equator. Drill 2 adds a single bounce to drill 1. Here you are practicing a bounce angle that goes under the hamstring or bottom of your leg. You also practice wrapping the ball around your leg on the receive, from behind your leg to in front of your shin. Do not trap the ball with both hands early. Allow your receiving hand to bring the ball around your leg and trap the ball just inside your knee. Drill 3 adds continuous rewinds. The ball bounces under our leg and immediately comes back under the leg to the center again. The drill forces your receiving hand to have good control of the ball, which allows your receiving hand to consistently push back on the ball with precision. Without control and precision, the ball will hit your leg, hit the chair, or just slip out of your fingers. Drill 4 has both legs together while you do continuous rewinds underneath them. The drill does not emphasize squat-stagger stance, but I like the slightly different body posture to practice the arm and hand mechanics with. These last 3 drills practice low, wide dribbles with side hand contact. Drill 5 is in squat-stagger stance, under the leg with no bounce. Remember to bring the receiving hand around the leg for the 2-hand trap. Do not trap early by your pocket. Get used to wrapping the ball around your leg. Drill 6 is pathing out a figure 8 as you alternate wrapping the ball around each leg. This is done in a squat stance and emphasizes stamina muscle training. The benefits of this drill go beyond through the leg dribbling, as it helps with defensive stance, arm and hand control of the ball, shifting your weight with the ball, and more. You should also do the drill with your vision on the court about 5 feet ahead of you. This will give your neck muscles a workout too. Since we are doing complete wraps around our legs, we can practice complete wraps around our waist in drill 7. During the drill, you practice moving the ball front to back and back to front from the side hand grip. Drills 6 and 7 indirectly help you with through-the-leg dribbling, but directly help your arm and hand development to manipulate and control the motion of basketball. Before we start drill 8, a common mistake is to have the ball too far ahead of you when you begin the through dribble. This causes the ball to travel under the center of your body, which requires you to twist to receive the ball. You want the ball about the same distance as your opposing knee. Then the path of the through dribble has the ball traveling underneath your hamstring and does not require a twist to receive. Drill 8 is a squat-stagger stance through the leg dribble. You can start with 3 control dribbles after the through dribble before crossing the ball back to your original hand. As you feel more comfortable, you can go down to 2 control dribbles or even 1 control dribble. The final step is gaining enough control to not need any control dribbles, but to go from a receive directly into the cross back to the original hand. This drill is easily modified with the 3 heights drill, as well as the vision ahead scanning at different cone locations. Drill 9 starts to put it all together by adding movement and alternating the legs on the through dribbles. Start in a squat-stagger stance, and after the through dribble under the leg, move your back foot to even your stance as a squat stance. Then move that foot ahead again during a control dribble so you are in an opposing squat-stagger stance. Keep repeating the stance switching with 2 or 3 control dribbles, and you will slowly march down the court. As you get better, you can reduce the control dribbles to only 1. Pushing yourself to have 0 control dribbles and to march with continuous through the leg dribbles is the final challenge. Continuous through the leg dribbles is not really a game-like strategy, so trying continuous is to push your limits of control. As Edgar starts drill 1, he traps the ball on top of his knee as he brings it back to center, and this trap with both hands should be in front of his shin. Drill 1 gets Edgar to practice reaching with the center of his chest toward his knee as he hands the ball under his leg. He practices holding the ball with bent wrists and straight elbows as he turns the ball from under the leg receive into a two-hand trap in front of his shin. Drill 2 emphasizes how the angle of the bounce dribble is under the leg and not through the center of the body, which causes unwanted twisting. The drill trains the inside hand to bounce the ball at a 45-degree angle, which travels under the hamstring of the leg. It takes a few repetitions, but Edgar starts to get consistent with the movements. In fact, he gets 12 left to right hand dribbles in a row. When you start this drill, this is not a time to worry about your hand placement. If the center of your hand is touching the southern hemisphere as you begin these, time and practice and standing in a squat-stagger stance will all help with keeping your hand placement legal. I tell Edgar I want him to try to pull his left hand around more and trap the ball in front of his knee. Drill 3 again takes a few repetitions with errors, but Edgar soon gets into a rhythm with continuous rewinds. He absorbs the momentum of the ball well with bent wrists and relaxed shoulder swings. With the left leg and left hand outside receive, Edgar struggles with the left hand control on the receive and on the accurate push back to the center with his left hand. Since Edgar is an adult student with 2 other sports already learned, some basketball mechanics are picked up quickly. There are a lot of variables that contribute to one's rate of improvement. Just focus on slow, steady progress. Drill 4 shows the gorilla arm motion well. The shoulders swing out side to side with a bent wrist hand grip on the ball. Edgar's basic dribbling mechanics are developing well. Edgar starts to feel so comfortable with drill 4 that he wants to work on pulling his vision up while doing the drill. This is a great modification to this in many drills, and the increase in challenge becomes quickly apparent. Drill 5 immediately looks smooth as Edgar does left to right under his leg handoff. Possibly drills 1 through 3 helped, but the challenge returns when Edgar switches to right feeding left hand under his left leg. The common theme throughout the dribbling series is the greater challenge when practicing the non-dominant hand. want to reiterate that the next two drills practice turning the ball, holding the ball on its sides, shifting our weight with the ball, and receiving the ball from either hand. Again, drill 6 is in squat stance while you path out a figure 8, or an infinity sign, as you alternate wrapping the ball around each leg, and Edgar does this drill easily. Drill 7 is wrapping the ball around your waist, right to left hand and left to right hand, and here is where Edgar finds some challenge. Edgar's right to left hand exchange behind his back is causing trouble because his hands are too much underneath the ball. His hands should be a little more on the sides of the ball, which would provide a firmer trap with both hands on the exchange. For drill 8, Edgar starts with decent form and is able to do multiple repetitions without major errors. A few times, the dribble angle is a little too much front to back instead of more center to side. I would prefer a more 45-degree angle than a 70-degree angle. During the right to left hand receive under the left leg, you can see Edgar struggles with a quality ball receive with his left hand. The ball should be making contact with the palm of the hand and spread out fingers. Edgar wanted a second attempt for drill 8, and the angle of the ball as it bounces under his leg is much better. The next part to work on is wrapping the ball around the front of his leg after the under the leg receive. On his left leg's second attempt, Edgar's stance is slightly off and is a bit like a stagger stance. His left foot is pointed at an angle and should be pointed straight ahead. But as a coach, you don't need to fix everything all at once. There's only so much a student can focus their attention on. Now that Edgar has some practice in, we add the 3 controlled dribbles after the receive, and then cross the ball back to the left hand for another through the leg dribble. Edgar's form is good, and we progress to only 2 controlled dribbles, then 1 controlled dribble, then 0 controlled dribbles. As Edgar switches to his left leg, the troubles of the left hand receive and the lack of control with the left hand return. This is another of many examples in the dribbling series where more practice is needed with the non-dominant hand. Now Edgar tries to put it all together in drill 9. Adding movement does complicate the process. The first thing Edgar does is narrow his squat-stagger stance into a mostly stagger stance every time he moves forward. To fix this, I have Edgar do the footwork and hand motions with a ghost ball. This is a crucial step with some beginners. Simplifying the drill for 1 or 2 sets by removing the ball and dribbling can give the beginner enough repetitions with correct form to make some of the footwork habitual. A few of his steps forward still narrow his stance, but he is slowly improving. One dribble hits the bottom of his leg and another hits his foot, which were rare during stationary drills. Adding footwork definitely makes it harder for Edgar to maintain quality dribbles. Thank you for watching Lesson 8 on Through the Leg Dribbling in my series on dribbling. Up next is Lesson 9, where we revisit the V-dribble and flatbacks and wraps and look at some dribbling marches. Lesson 10 is on in-out dribbles and step-backs. If anything in this video has helped you learn or coach basketball, please like the video and consider subscribing to my channel. Doing this increases the chance that someone else may see these videos and help them on their journey in learning this sport.